A quick disclaimer before this video starts. I claimed on my Twitch stream that I was going to be ranking every single CSGO map that you can currently play on competitive. However, I actually thought about this, and to be honest, that it's not a good thing to do. I don't think that would be a fair thing to do. So instead, I'm going to make a series, a categorical series of CSGO maps and ranking them. So, for example, we're going to have an arms race video coming out, a hostage group, a reserves group, and also a wingman group, and a couple more to come. But in this one, we're going to be ranking every single active duty CSGO map. Let's get right into that.
Let's go, baby!
So just to briefly go over all the maps we're going to be ranking today. Again, guys, this is from active duty maps on CSGO. So the maps we're going to be ranking today follow: Inferno, Train, Mirage, Nuke, Overpass, Dust, and Vertigo. Alright, so let's start with number 7. Coming in at number 7, we got, well, I'll give y'all a second to guess. 2 porta potties, couple wood boards, couple sandbags. Oh yeah, you guessed it right. It's Vertigo, baby. Alright, so before I start bashing on the problems with this map, I will say I do not consider any of these maps to be bad. I honestly don't. I think they are all good. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think they would have it to where pros were playing on it if it was a bad map. I don't think, I just do not think it's a bad map. I just think it has more flaws than the rest of the maps on here. So what are those flaws, you might ask? Well, one of the flaws with this is the fact that the audio on this map still seems weird. It's been like this for a couple of years, and it still seems pretty... I don't know what it is. It just seems off. Like, I still don't know what it is. But the audio with some guns, if I had to guess, it just seems quieter. It's like in the background you can hear a static hissing, and I really don't know what the problem is. But anyways, moving on. The next one is, this map really doesn't have a lot of boosting spots. Well, it has boosting spots because every map has boosting spots. You don't even, you can boost, right? But this map doesn't have good boosting spots. There's no good boosting spots on this map. Like, there's, I can't even, there's cool jumps, there's cool jumps, but it's just very lackluster when it comes to having boosts. And so another problem I'll bring up is the fact that this map, well, the layout is just boring, and it's way too big for in my opinion, it's way too big for a 5v5. It's just way too big for a 5v5 in my opinion. It's just humongous. You have, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick test real quick, and just to show you how big this map is. Right, this is what is it? This is CT spawn, obviously. So we're just gonna take a run around, right? See how long it takes. Not to mention, before we even continue, look how much you have. Look how much space you have. The literal sidewalks are just like, or sorry, the ramps are just huge. You go down here, huge area. You go in here, it's more connectors. Huge area, ladder room, a huge ladder room. I think it's one of the biggest ladder rooms in CSGO. Go through here, tunnels, big room, big room, big room. Go back through this way. It's the same spot, but you know what I'm saying. You guys get the point. But there's even more. I mean, we're still going with this, right? You can go up there. Go through here, go through here, go through here. Huge area, huge area, huge area. It's just, man, it's like it's just like a maze, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say it, but it's like a maze. So, what I will say again, this map is a pretty neat map to look at, though. I do like the designs on this map. I like the colors, but again, like the audio is just, it seems a little bit off. But look, visual-wise, it's a pretty neat map to look at. But I think in my opinion, again, it's just too big for in 5v5s. I mean, pros make it work and all of that fun stuff, but I don't know. It's just a really big map. So, anyways, come here. Let's head to number 6. Coming in at number 6, we have Train. There's a lot of reasons I like Train, and there's a couple reasons I don't like Train. So the reasons I like Train, well, let's start off with a silly one. There's a literal call out called Pigeons. Where I'm standing is called Pigeons. I just love it. I just, what can I say? I just love it. I'll be real, guys. Anyways, sorry, back to being serious about that. I really like the chaoticness of this map. And what I mean by that is all the trains that you can hide behind, run around on A and B site. Let's go to B site real quick. It's just really chaotic. Like, you never know really, unless you have a team that communicates, which hopefully you do. I'm praying for you, bud. If you don't have one, I'm really praying for you, bud. But yeah, like, there's a lot. I just feel like it's really chaotic and really messy, and that can be, you know, in some cases, if I'm getting flustered at the game, you know, it's a bad thing. But really, I think it's more of a pro, in my opinion. I just really love the chaos on this map, like all the chaotic peaks and stuff like that. Another reason I like this map, let's just go back over here real quick. Right here, windows, one of my favorite spots in CSGO. So usually I'm hiding up in here, not usually, but because the thing is about this spot, it's a good spot if you know what you're doing, right? But it's a bad spot if you go up here all the time and you claim to know what you're doing. So what I mean is that if somebody's coming up, right? If you want to watch people that come out of ladder room, you can. You can hide in this corner and literally nobody can see you unless they just happen to look up in this corner, right? You can play up and around, you can crouch, and right here, they can see you right there. People can see you right there, of course. But this spot is for people that are up on the trains, right? And you can just kind of move around, position yourself however you want. I really like this spot. You know, there's a few spots like that in CSGO, but it's one of my favorites for that. It's just it's really interesting to hide up in every like, so, you know, every few rounds or so. So anyways, to the cons about this map. Some of the cons I don't really like about this map is it's just really messy. It kind of ties in with what I was saying earlier, being, you know, the chaoticness of the map. It's just really messy, and it's like, again, that can be both a pro and a con. I really like the peaks in this map. You know, let's go to ladder room real quick. So the ladder room is very historical. It's also known as poop. Or sorry, not. Excuse me. It's also known as Pop Dog. And it's just a very. It's one of my favorite ladder rooms in CS:GO for sure. And the reason I like it so much is because it's very easy to smoke it off. What is it? Basically, it's very easy to use utility on. This map is it's a really good map, I would say. And there's not a whole lot of cons here, except the fact that a lot of times people can get mad. I would say it's definitely not for a beginner. I will say that. I do not think at all that this map is beginner proof. You know, a noob proof, I guess you could say. I do not think so. Because again, it's the chaoticness. Once you have actually learned this map is a really good map. It's pretty fun. But for a new player, I'm sorry, I do not recommend this at all. So anyways, let's move on to number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have a very famous map when it comes to professional Counter-Strike. Overpass. The reasons I like Overpass, well, it's an extremely well-made map. I honestly think Overpass is one of the better made maps in the game, period. I actually love Secret on this map. I love the tunnel. I love looking down this tunnel, like from either end, right? It's just I don't know, I love the colors in this map. I love the textures, the detail. It's one of my favorite maps, right? Let's see here. One of my favorite spots in this map is Heaven. But the thing about this is the Heaven on Overpass is you have to be careful when hopping out of it. Or just shooting out of it in general, right? You are very, very vulnerable in Heaven. People will grenade you, people will flash you, people will do everything they can to deter you from leaving Heaven and going on to B, where people will be waiting for you to kill you, right? When I say that, it's another one of those maps that you have to learn. That you won't just pick up as soon as you pick up the game. It is not, I do not think it is a beginner proof map. Just like Train. I don't think it's a good map for beginners at all. There's a lot of different things going on in this map. And again, that can be a con if you don't know the map, of course. But the peaks and the angles and some of the wall bangs on this map are really awesome. You can boost on to the, the bathroom railings right here, which I really like. You can kind of hide on these benches, and you're you're not really blended in with the grass, but the grass is kind of sticking out to where it's a little hard, not really hard per se, but it's challenging for people to see you through the grass if they are not peeking. That's why I think you can skunk beginners that try to play this map, because if you know this map, I mean, I guess that goes for any map. If you know the map and you're playing against a beginner, you know, it's like you already have the advantage, right? But anyways, I will throw out one of my cons. One of my cons for this map is this map does not have my favorite wong. The reason why is because it's just very open, and there's just not a whole lot going on. You have 2 rocks and some bumpy textures, you know, bumpy ground and stuff, and it's just like, it's so basic, and I think it's kind of boring, but it's still worth playing, right? This map is a really good map in my opinion. Like I said, it's well made. And also, if you guys don't know, please look this up, because after seeing this was just insane. I'm gonna show you guys something. So the professional player Olafmeister had a clip. I believe it was back in 2014. I think that's when it was. I'm pretty sure that's when it was. They had a thing where on this truck, I think it used to be more scooted back as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, this truck used to be more scooted back. But they had a thing where they used I believe it was a 4-man boost to where they got over, where they could see, well, let's see if we can kind of replicate it here. So where they could see basically everything you're seeing now. They could see their spawn. You could see T-spawn. You could see the rat sewers. You could see the door, or he could see the door as well. They've changed it around a lot. I think this is pretty accurate to how it was right here. So you could basically, he had the whole. He had an angle that was so OP that literally they came back from a game, and then after all the hate comments they got, they decided to drop out of the tournament that they were in. And it's just a whole thing. You should definitely go and watch it, because it's pretty scummy in my opinion, but it's so awesome to watch. Like it was I felt really bad for the team they were going against. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, some of the players the other team had, I don't remember the team name, but they were going against, I think, JW was one of the players, I believe. Anyways, that's kind of off topic a little bit. Obviously, you actually have a moving train, or you obviously have a moving train on Overpass. On Train, you don't really have a moving train. I just thought that was interesting to point out. Another reason I like this map has some of the best boosts, and I'll show you why. Boosting your teammate right here, you can do a basic boost and they can see over this wall, right? So they can see probably about all of this, maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, it's probably a little bit lower. I can't get it to, but yeah, anyways, the point is they can see over the wall, which is a very good advantage. Excuse me there. Another good boost is the sandbags boost. You can boost over the sandbags. You can boost over this little wall right here, so where you can see door. You can shoot through this very easily, if you can listen. See how the bullets are hitting the water. Anyways, so those are a lot of things I really like about Overpass. And it's a really good map. Definitely worth checking it out if you have not yet. Not to mention, you have the... Let's see. Oh, you can't do that anymore. Never mind. Alright. So moving on, let's go to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have the most famous map in Counter-Strike history. We have Dust. The Dust has gotten so many updates over the years. Remember, this map has been out for 20 plus years, right? So it's kind of, it's kind of a good thing, right? This map includes so many hectic plays. People have studied this map numerous thousands and thousands of times. And it's a map that has the best history for sure, I would say, in CSGO. But to be honest, just because it's the most popular map does not mean it's the best. Let's talk about the reasons why. So first, we're going to talk about the reasons why I love this map. This map, again, it's really not user friendly, or I'm sorry, it's not beginner friendly. Just like Overpass and Train. I do not think. Actually, no. Let me take that back. I think this is one of the hardest maps. Like, I would say top 3 hardest maps to learn for a CSGO beginner. Because one of the spawns you get when playing Dust is right here, right? Can you imagine buying and then just getting opt? Yeah. That's one of the things that happens, right? But it has a really good mid, but you have to peek. This is one of the most popular peaks, and again, in Counter-Strike, right? Every single round, you see somebody looking down through mid to find people going to B, right? It's just a really good peak. Not to mention, dude, you have the most interactive object in CSGO. On any CSGO map, you have a soccer ball, dude. Imagine just like dropping competitive. Or imagine playing competitive just to play soccer, right? Because that, if you're queuing for Dust, dude, that's the best part about this map is a soccer ball, right? No, okay. I'm sorry. I'm to be serious though. This has some of the most advanced smokes. Some of the most advanced utility in general, right? There's a lot of places to properly play this map. There's a lot of smokes and a lot of utility you're gonna have to use to properly win this map in a high level game. It's a huge map, I will say that. And there's a lot of weaknesses for this map. For example, if somebody is watching you with an op, and you're trying to peek them and kill them, don't. I'm talking about right here at window. The window for this map, it puts you at a disadvantage when trying to come onto site to defuse the bomb. Because you try to peek right here, you're dead. You peek right here, you are dead. If a op is watching you and they are good, they are hitting you and you are dead. It does not matter. You can't, if you run directly straight, you're dead. If you try and peek them and kill them, you are dead. If you try and jump over, I guarantee you, dude, you are dead. If the opera is good, you are dead. One of my favorite boost spots when trying to defend the site is on these boxes right here. Smoking B is always a extremely good idea for CT side. And waiting for people to come out, maybe even smoking this spot right here. And then maybe playing, yeah, maybe smoking that spot right there, like up, and then hiding right here. So people think you're up here, they're gonna start shooting at you, but they're gonna miss. I've gotten some of my sickest op kills on Dust. This is a very fun little hallway to aim down when you're opping, as you can probably assume. So for Catwalk, again, this map relies so heavily. Like, I would say probably out of any CSGO map, this map definitely requires the most utility, I would say. To safely proceed to going cat to A on T side, you have to smoke. And in my opinion, you should be throwing probably 2 smokes, right? And then when you get here, people are usually waiting. People can boost onto these boxes, hiding around the corner, and fun stuff like that. This map has so many peaks, so many crevices, so many cars you can hide behind, and just so much going on. A good mid defense that I like when people are straight pushing mid is this box right here. This is one of the best spots you can defend, in my opinion. It's not really a popular strat, but if they do decide to go that way, to direct mid. When taking A site from long, it's a good idea to throw 2 smokes, and so you can get across. Usually you can get away with 1, but it just depends on the skill level. And finally, let's talk about Pit. Pit is one of those things where you can cheat a head peek and most likely win. Most of the time you will win when opping. And so yeah, this map is so chaotic, and it's chaotic in a good way. I mean, it's a learning curve for sure. It's one of the most challenging maps to learn. And even to this day, I don't know everything about Dust. There's a lot of stuff I'm still trying to learn about Dust. So anyways, guys, let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is my first love when it comes to a CSGO map. This is the map that supposedly replaced Dust. Right? People, after a while of people playing Dust, people started resorting to this map and then calling it the new Dust, which I don't see at all. To be honest, I think this map is, I would say it's a noticeable bit better than Dust is, or for that matter ever was. The reasons I like this map, well, like I said, it was my first love, so I'm going a tiny, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm going a tiny bit based off of bias here. But the fact of the matter is, this is a extremely well made map. It's a user, sorry, I keep saying user. It's a very, very good beginner map. I think it's the most beginner friendly map in CSGO. And you can disagree with me if you want, but this kind of gets you, if you just play this map, it kind of gets you into what other maps will be like. Like, for example, like, I was just talking about how Dust is an extremely hard map, right? I think this one's a lot easier, but I get the comparisons between Mirage and Dust. Excuse me. I get the comparisons between Mirage and Dust. They are very similar, but Mirage is a lot smaller, I'll say that. But the way the maps are set up is somewhat similar. However, peeking down mid in this map is a lot more friendly. You have a window, and you don't, it's not that easy to get, well, okay, let me rephrase that. It's pretty easy to get sniped down. It's pretty easy to get killed from peeking in the window, right? But people, I think players will learn. I think this is a learning map for sure. I think this gets you ready for what the brunt of CSGO is going to be like. I really like this map because, well, for CT side, it has a pretty easy to take. It's easy to take apps on this map, or keep it from getting pushed. Anyway, you have utility works extremely well on this map. Likewise, Dust. You could say that for most maps, but I think these two maps utilize utilities in a very mannerable manner. Here's the thing, right? Mirage has it's easier to make utility onto Mirage than it is Dust. The reason why is because this map has no skybox. Meaning, you can throw a considerable amount of utility further up in the air on this map than you can in Dust. I don't know, and I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy for saying that, but it's the truth. This map gets you ready for shooting through, it gets you ready for shooting through, materials as well. This entire platform that's going on to A right here is all made of wood, right? This right here is entirely made of wood. You can shoot through it. There's so many little places on this map that just make it so user-friendly. Beginner-friendly. And the reason I love CSGO maps is they always have these little funny things going on, and I always love running by as a T and knifing the TV. Yeah, no, again, I'm going off topic, but the truth of the matter is, it's a really fun thing, right? Underpass is the underpass for Mirage is one of my favorite underpasses in CSGO. I think it's pretty easy to hold, especially if you're opping. Oh, and here again is one of those things we talked about earlier where you can shoot through. This map is just filled with things like that. And I just think the reason this ranks so high is because it's so friendly for beginners. And I think this map, if you try and master this map first, I think you're gonna get further quicker in CSGO. It teaches you a lot about the game and what to get ready for, like I keep saying. The utilities are very easy, but extremely vital at the same time on this map. And it's just a really, really fun map. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to number 2. I think we've talked long enough on this one. Alright. Coming in at number 2, in my opinion, is the best looking map in CSGO. Again, in my opinion, this is the best looking map in CSGO. You're right. You guessed it right. It's Inferno. The reason I think Inferno is such a good map, well, again, the textures in it. Oh. You didn't see that. You did not see that. Anyway, the reasons I like Inferno so much is, again, I keep going back to this because I can't stress this enough. This map is a beautiful map. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and there's so much going on in it, and it's just a great. The apps for this map, or sorry, apartments for this map are very well made. They're fun to hold in this corner right here. You can even peek right here for people who come up and then op and stuff. It has fun little it has fun little what is it, hideouts like this right here. It's a very unique it's a very unique map. And again, like every map, it has these little, it has these little goofs, I would say. It has these little goofs. And stuff like bells. It's just a comfy map. I don't know what else to say, right? It has a very fun mid peak. The banana, this is called banana, by the way, is very fun. There's really good boost for this map. It's pretty, I would say it's pretty beginner friendly. I would say it's like midway. But I love the chickens on this map. I love all the boosts that you can self boost onto on this map. You can even boost onto fountain. Like this. And the other day, somebody got me with this, and it kind of triggered me. I was like, what the heck, dude? Come on. But, because I've literally never seen anybody in my hundreds and hundreds of hours of playing CSGO. I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody hide on the fountain like that. So, every day I'm finding more and more information about these maps in general, actually. It has, again, for self-boosting, this map has a lot of good boost spots. Like that. I've actually used this one quite a bit in CSGO on this map. There's a boost right here. There's just a little boost all over the map, and I just love it. It's just a comfy map. If you're trying to chill, it's a hell of a good map to chill on. And I even missed a boost over here. A really good boost is having your teammate boost you up. It's not a self boost, but having your teammate boost you up in flowers is a really good idea too. There's more barrels right here. You can jump to this. You can, you know, just a lot of fun boost. I just love it. I love the fact that you're able to have self boosts. I'm pretty sure that's a boost right there. Hold on, guys. I'm pretty sure you're able to do that, but okay, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, so it's just a really comfy map. It has good utility usage. It's a the colors on it are just so vibrant. It's just a man. It's like a Coast Fest, dude. But it does that while also being a really, really good map. It's just a fun map. I don't know what else to say about it, man. It just has really, really good mechanics on it. I think if it wasn't for the map that I'm about to reveal next, this would easily be number 1. I've heard some complaints about this map, that it's too I've actually heard this before. I highly, highly, highly disagree. But people said, I heard a couple of people say that this map is similar to Overwatch maps. And the fact that it's very claustrophobic, and I really don't understand that. And people actually say, some people actually hate on this map, and I don't get it at all. I don't get it. Anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on to number 1. Coming in at number 1 for the best map in CSGO is Nuke. This map has had a very up and down, patchy history. There has been very controversial things said about this map, and even some pros that just don't like the map in general. Or I don't know if they've gotten used to it, but it's been a history of this map of some pros not liking the map. Yet it's almost always, I'm pretty sure it's always been on active duty for the most part anyway. Starting at T-spawn, right? You're faced with a dilemma. Where do I go? Secret. From outside, do we go outside to A? Do we go through the main and go down to ramp B? Do we go? You have so many different choices, right? The map looks really cartoonish in a way. Not really, let's see, it's just a very colorful map. That's what I'm trying to get out. It's a very good looking map. It's a huge map. It's like on size of Vertigo big, if not bigger. Which, remember earlier in the video, I gave Vertigo a thumbs down for being a huge map. Here's the difference, right? Nuke actually does stuff with its space and makes almost every inch of the map matter. With Vertigo, you have a lot of useless space, and that's just a fact. One of my favorite boosts on Nuke is this one right here, where you can boost a teammate up, and then you can stop a B ramp push. You have to do this quick. You have to do it very quick, but it is a good boost. Again, just like other maps, you have a lot of self-boosting spots. Another good spot to defend a B push onto Nuke is just kind of chilling right here. Maybe going back, let's see, back a little bit. Right here is a really good spot. Crouching, people won't be able to see you that well. Or even hiding behind this box. There's a lot of stuff you can do to defend a B ramp push. Then once you actually get down to B site, you have a window room, which I really like. It's a pretty neat window room. You go down, and then here's the site. This is called Double Doors, and it's just a very fun map to play, and it's well designed. There's a lot of ways you can defend the bomb after planting it on B. Well, another good spot is right here. People don't really see you unless they're purposely looking for you in this spot. So basically the direction you're going to be watching is right there, or people that go up on the walk itself. Another good, once you actually have the bomb down, place to defend and wait for the defuse is behind these boxes right here. So basically why I'm bringing all this up is just, there's a lot of ways you can play this map. I mean, obviously it comes down to you have to plan it on A or B, right? But there's a lot of different ways to get the job done. And I feel like this map is almost, it gives a lot of freedom on what you can do. And there's a lot of stuff, there's just a lot of stuff you can do with the map. Another part I like about this map is that you can shoot through this little thing right here. It doesn't shoot through with pistols. Let me say that. So right here, you're not going to see a whole lot of pistol action going, you know. Your pistol is not going to penetrate metal is basically what I'm trying to say. Another good way, a good way to defend A side is being on this right here. But you want to make sure, one of the best ways, in my opinion, to defend A side, if you have all 5 players, is to make sure a guy is watching this door from right here. Make sure somebody is watching heaven. So basically, let's see. So 2 people on this right here. 1 watching from outside doors. 1 watching heaven. And then 1 that kind of plays up in here. So again, it goes back to the fact that there's a lot of different things you can do with Nuke. And I love Nuke for that reason. There's a lot of awesome vent action, a lot of outside action. You can get on that water tower and op people. This little... Oh, and one of my most favorite parts about this map, I haven't even brought up yet, is the fact that heaven is my favorite place to play. And the reason why is, watching heaven and being on heaven, you can watch B. You can watch the secret push, and you can watch A. You can basically watch 2 sides at once. And there's not a whole lot of maps that let you do that. I can think of a couple like Mirage where you can sit on the boxes on A, look down through connector to catwalk, and then you can see it. That's kind of similar, but there's not a whole lot of things like that in CSGO, I would say. And then also you have the fact that you can jump on those and then jump on those, and then I took damage right there, but if you actually land on this, you'll literally just slide down. It's a little slide, see, from jumping from up there. So yeah, this map is definitely, I think on a rating scale, I think this map ties with Inferno. That's a hard one, but I think it's really close. And I say, for now, my opinion is it's a tie. But if I had to pick one, it would be Nuke. Nuke is just a really awesome map. And the amount of space and the amount of things you can do with this map is spectacular. So that wraps up the list. That is all 7 CSGO active duty maps ranked. So for now, I'm going to be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. And stay shooting. I will see you guys in the next CSGO. Or not. Maybe. We'll see. In the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up as well as turning on the notification bell so YouTube will notify you when I make a video. Also, if you want more awesome CSGO content or content in general, please consider subscribing. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. This is Fearcat, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.